Now, when we left off last time, Kate had just got out of the mines, and it's been a year since the last, basically a year since,
Guess I'd better start looking for shops called Muller that
a year since Katusha's death. Did I just... Okay, never mind. I was about to freak out.
It's very calm here. Still haven't bumped into any guests since I arrived yesterday. Part of town, the flower district.
Maybe because there's a lot of flowers. Fucking post. Wartime spoils found in clandestine salt mine. That's where I came from. We'll go for Frau Wagner.
I hope it'll be just as calm when I get back. Wouldn't mind some alone time. Hope it still works.
Fireplace. What a Mary? Question mark. Forward to Remembrance to our Wagen. As a tribute to the thousands of Wagens deported or killed by the Brown Shadow during World War II, this Remembrance Tour will take you to the major locations where wartime horror took place. We hope you will leave time for some silence as you stroll along this moving walk through history. It will take you to following locations. The Bridge of Mist, the district that suffered the most from the terrible anti-Wagner raids in 1938. Remembrance Lane in the Music District, where Wagnerians from the ghetto were cold-bloodedly executed along with those who tried to protect them. And finally, the Central Train Station, where thousands of innocent people were loaded onto the train of death. Sounds like a very crappy tourist attraction. Whoa. Oh god. I didn't go through all that last time. Huh. Can I freaking stop doing that? I don't remember where it is that I need to listen to the phone call. Okay. I'll leave that for now. Down here.
Oh, hi, dear.
God.
It's busy. If you don't mind, I'm in the middle of a call.
Is this where I can eavesdrop?
Can't you see that the telephone is taken? Wait your turn, won't you?
Ah, here we go.
Yes, I arrived safe and sound. I hope to proceed with the identification as soon as they have extracted them out. What? What? Can't I hang up now? All right. I'll wait. But please, try to be as quick as possible. It's a dreadful business, if you ask me.
Miss Walker, really? I must protest, that is no way to behave. I'm sorry, but I really can't have you eavesdropping in my establishment.
I'm sorry, but I wasn't... I mean, it's not what it seems.
Dang. If I had known that she was going to try to get me in trouble, then... What up, Frau Wagner?
So, Miss Walker, were the documents of any help to you?
Oh, I haven't looked.
To tell you the truth, I haven't had time to look at them yet.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for digging them out for me. I'm sure they'll be a great help.
Good. Let me know if there's anything else I can help you with.
Bargain.
I have a few questions about Vaughan.
Good. Because if you'd asked me about the latest scientific discovery, I'd have to say pass. But if it's about Vaughan, then you've come to the right person, my dear.
What about the left person? Region.
To be honest, I haven't had much time to find out about Vaughan and the surrounding area. What is it I should know?
For one, Vaughan is very old, renowned for its charm and culture. As for the surrounding area, it attracts mountain lovers mostly, it being so near to the Swiss Alps, of course. The banks of the Dombra, the longest river in the country, are the delight of summer vacationers.
Okay. What about the district?
What can you tell me about the district?
Well, it's one of the oldest districts in Vaughan, traditionally working class. Myself and a few of the other relics who live here do try to keep it from modernization and mass tourism as best as we can. Other districts haven't been so careful, and the locals have been forced to leave their district because of rising rent prices.
Dang. Okay, what about this
Do
place?
you mind if I ask you a few questions about your guest house, Frau Wagner?
Oh, I'd be delighted. What would you like to know?
Any other guess?
Things seem to be quiet today.
Oh, there's never many guests at this time of year.
Actually, is she a guest too?
Oh, yes. She arrived earlier. An elderly English lady. A former military officer, if I understood correctly. They say she's come on some rather unpleasant business. A burial, from what I can gather. Yes, Miss Walker. And she hasn't let go of the telephone since she got here. But I needn't tell you that, Miss Walker. You already know, don't you?
Wait. Huh. Okay, I'm having my own personal little thought process here. That
I'd love to know more about
is like a
you,
later
Frau
thing for the
Wagner.
game.
Oh, there's not much to tell, really. At least nothing that would change the course of history.
But I'm sure you've had an eventful life, haven't you?
Well, I was born just after the war in Vaughan, and I've never left. I opened this place and ran it with my
I watched the
husband
graphics
until
on the
he
window
died a few
change
years
in real
ago.
time.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You see, nothing to write home about. Then again, we were never ones for excitement, really. But we were happy, my husband and I.
The room's just perfect. Thank you so much.
There's no need to thank me, Miss Walker. It's my job to make sure my guests are comfortable.
But what if I
And it's
wasn't?
not every day we get a young American lady on a motorbike in the middle of the night looking for a mysterious shop. It makes me feel like I'm in a detective novel.
What about the history of the area?
My, quest here is closely linked to the region of Vaughan. Could you tell me a little bit about its history?
I'd be glad to.
1937.
The woman I'm looking for must have been about 18 in 1937. Was this an important date in the history of Vaughan?
Not that I know of, no. But I'm not much of a historian, and I wasn't even born then. All I know is that the Troubles came the following years, with the Second World War. So that year must have been a boom year for fascist ideology, when the Brown Shadow was still just another party vying for power by preaching hate.
Kind of sounds like the Fire Nation.
I found out about
Avatar.
the woman I'm looking for thanks to a painting that must have been pillaged by the Brown Shadow during World War II.
It doesn't surprise me. Vaughan, and by extension all of Ostertal, was annexed and occupied by the fascists just before the war. They sacked, stole, and pillaged everything they could, just like they did in the rest of occupied Europe.
Nothing else comes to mind for the moment. Thank you for your time.
Well, Feel free to come back and ask if you have any more questions.
All right. Okay, so what about the computer? Search locations. Login. Mueller shop.
Too many results to trawl through with a computer. Better off using the documents Frau Wagner brought me first.
Dang, that's a weird keyboard. Down. Why are you typing like that? It's the fourth largest German-speaking city in the world. Wagner is renowned for its history, with its origins dating back to the 6th century. For its architecture largely influenced by the Art Nouveau movement. Devastated by a fire. At the beginning of the 20th century, Wagen became largely mechanized during its subsequent reconstruction. It since offers numerous curiosities that have fascinated generations of travelers and tourists. Its population, estimated today to be 1.5 million inhabitants, was subjected to a marked decrease during the Second World War. Wagen, like the rest of Orsasol, was annexed by the fascists of the Brown Shadow. These fascists generalized persecution against the significant local Wagen community until the community was wiped out during the genocide set up throughout Europe during the following years. The number of Wagnerian victims from Wagen is estimated at over 100,000 people. Dang. Foreign. Iron Taiga. Because I keep seeing Iron Taiga everywhere. The Iron Taiga refers to a region of Eastern Europe that has remained largely wild. It is mostly known for having been a defense line of the USSR during the Cold War. The region is rich in salt. It includes a number of industrial hamlets that emerged with the expansion of mining. Activity was subject to a strong decline during the Perestroika? Sure. Or Reconstruction era. When the Soviet industrial fabric was sold piece by piece to the private sector, some miners remained open but became the theater of shady operations linked to the organization Crime and Identity splinter groups. That makes sense. Mailbox.
There must be 3 years worth of emails I haven't read here. Better do some cleaning up.
Ah, that's better.
Just delete everything. People and organizations. Organization. Brown Shadow. Brown Shadow is a term used to designate the wave of National Socialism that swept across Europe in the first half of the 20th century. It first came to light in the 1920s in Central Europe. It rose to power in the 1930s and subsequently won over the rest of Europe, so triggering the Second World War. In addition to civil and military victims of the ensuing conflict, the racist ideology of the Brown Shadow is responsible for genocide that led to the systematic and organized death of millions of people. These genocides were carried out in a systematic and relentless manner until the liberation of the victims by Allied forces. Dang. Necrology. Sarah Walker, aka Ma'am.
God, Mom was buried months ago.
Sarah Walker, following the long illness, sadly passed away at the age of 65 on August 23rd, 2003, involved in the field of culture, especially in opera, and much loved by her neighbors and friends. She left behind her happy memories to all who knew her. Sarah was also the mother of the brilliant lawyer Kate Walker. Right, Kate's a lawyer. Well, was. Who has not been seen since she left for Europe over a year ago. The burial of Sarah has been postponed by 1 week to give extra time for the news to reach her daughter. Oh. It is hoped that Miss Walker will be able to come home and say a last farewell to her mother, Olivia Foster, a long-standing friend of the family, invites all those who would like to pay their last respects to Sarah Walker to attend the religious service at 2 p.m. on August 28th. Olivia and her husband Dan would like to thank everyone who joins them in their grief, as well as Frank. Yeah. And the staff at Mount Sinai Hospital. Katusha.
I wish you could be here with me now, Katusha.
Fallen idol
We
goes
found the
missing.
shop together.
Katrina Spiridanova. The one-time idol of Soviet's youth is reported missing. The child prodigy, also known as Katyusha, joined the prestigious Soviet choral at an early age. Many were... Yeah. Basically, she's a part of a rebel group that started going against, like, higher-ups like police and stuff like that. Okay. I don't think there's anything else, so sit down and get to work. Okay. Let's see.
Huh.
Maybe
Maybe
shop.
the painting case came from this shop.
Mueller Sohn antique dealer. Mutt chocolate,
No, I
no.
can't see this type of shop selling cases like that one for the painting.
Bicycle and buy ramp. That's hats. General store would not have a painting. Clockworks. Vaughan since 1842. Pharmacy and medicine. I'm confused. I'm painting a Vaughan. That's the painting. That's the painting that you first find as Dana walking up to her performance. Mueller Vaughan.
Katusha's punk group. Would love to have seen them.
Did I not observe that last time?
I'll find her, Katusha. Just like I promised. And we'll find out who she is. Or was.
Holy conspiracy theory. Oh, that's the note of the guy in the train. Painting near a mountain. I can't decipher the painting signature. Young woman on it. Who is she? 1944. Painting was hidden in Major Suitor's train. Yeah, Major. Iron Tiger. Looted by the Brown Shadow. The train got caught in a rock slide. I found Major Suitor's train with Katyusha. Painting was made in 1937. It was stored in a music case, question mark. Painting case mentions a Mueller shop in Wagen. I need to find this Mueller shop. Dang, this game took place 5 years ago. Or, sorry, 20 years ago.
How strange to be here in Vaughan. After months of roaming from east to west on a motorbike, after taking odd jobs here and there to build up a little nest egg to finance this trip, and to be able to stay in this guest house for a time. Lucky Frau Wagner let me in despite my appearance when I arrived, with my meager means. The days when Marson and Lormont paid for my travel expenses seems far away now. It's like they were someone else's memories, fading away with passing time. Guess I've changed. Since the death of Mom and Katyusha, pursuing my hypothetical double on the painting turned out to be too tempting. Comforting, even. In any case, I promised Katyusha I would find her.
Yeah. You kind of feel obligated. Kind of just feels like an obligation at this point. All right, Kate Huaka. All right.
I think that's Frau Wagner's room.
Pick the 3 right shops that are likely to have sold the painting case. Ow. So I gotta go to such shops?
I can't leave without first locating the shop.
Ugh.
I need to use the map and phone book Frau Wagner left in the living room.
Phone book? That's a phone book?
I nailed it for 2 of my choices, I think. I just need to change the wrong one.
Okay, what about the general store?
These 3 make up a good basis to work from. Let's see if I can rule out a couple using the map.
Okay. Find the 3 shops. Okay, so D3, C4, and E5. So D3,
This one could do the trick, I guess.
E4, and what was the other one? C5? C4, D3, E5. C4.
Looks like I'm almost there. I just need to check one of my choices. Something doesn't feel right.
What? Oh. Is E5.
Okay.
There we go.
So these 3 shops are the most likely to have sold the painting case. I need to pick the right one now.
Okay. Choose the most relevant shop to go on the map. Whatever one the painting one is. Antiques. Why can't I look back over?
The antique shop from the phone book is located in this district. Looks like it's full of similar stores. The
Okay.
district seems like it's changed a lot since when the phone book came out. Looks like the pawnbroker I found is no longer in business. An industrial estate. Difficult to imagine an art supply shop could have prospered here. The shop I found in the phone book must be a hardware store or something similar. No doubt about it. This antique shop is probably my best shot. Better hang on to the address.
I think she just rips the freaking address and the number and everything out of the phone book.
Just need to get the painting from my room and I can go and show it to the antique dealer.
All right, all right, all right. Okay. Give me my wallet.
The meager amount I've managed to save since I escaped from the mine.
Perfect. I just need to take this painting to the antique shop I found earlier.
Man.
Maybe Frau Wagner can tell me how to get
Visit
there.
the district before you leave. Okay.
Was there anything else, Miss Walker?
Apparently the shop I'm looking for is located in Vaughan's Antiques District. Could you tell me how to get there from the guest house?
Your best bet is to take the tram, miss. The town centre is almost entirely pedestrian, and your motorbike won't be of any use there. You'll find the nearest tram stop at the top of the stairs, to your right as you go out of the guest house.
What if I want to
Nothing else comes to mind for
ride the bike
moment.
over people?
Thank you for your time.
Well, feel free to come back and ask if you have any more questions.
All right, Frau Wagner. Away
Have
I
a
go.
nice day, Miss Walker.
Never. If I wanted to have a nice day, I would, I don't know, have a nice day, I guess. Okay.
Betty Vaughan is practically all pedestrian. After all those months on the road, I've gotten kind of fond of that old bike.
Well, yeah. Okay. I'm sorry? That was a little child laughing. Excuse me, sirs, you are in the way. I can't go this direction, can we?
This district is just so beautiful.
Is it? Those look like weeds in a pot. Go up. Does it mean visit this district? Or the one after? Okay. What does it mean by visit the district?
Going by what Frau Wagner told me when I first arrived, this used to be a working class district. Nowadays, I bet everyone wants to snap up these old houses, just like in Brooklyn.
Well, the guest house
That's
in that
it.
neighborhood sure are the best things to happen to me since... who knows. But I should go and take the tram now.
Bro. I spent a good like 15 minutes just trying to figure out what I needed to do with that. Wagen to Baden. I love this train car automaton. Bro's got a peak mustache.
Covered up in the mountain.
At Devil's Pass, you mean? I did hear something on the news before coming out. What's the latest then?
They reckon they found remains dating back to World War II, when Alpine resistance networks led refugees across into Switzerland. Nasty times were those.
Yes, not the best times in our history, were they?
It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Train car. Wagen Antiques District, autumn 2005. The antique district is kind of cool. It's very antique-y. Get it? Ha ha ha. Antique-y. Like a tiki torch. Ah ha 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 ha. I am a ha ha genius. Okay. Spoil the stall before you walk to the antique dealer. Well, I think I'm gonna end this one for now. End it off here. Yeah, I'm enjoying the game. I mean, I know what anyway. I already played it once, but I still have some achievements that I need to get. My issue is that there's one achievement in this that I'm gonna hate getting, but either way, it is what it is. So either way, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button and hit the follow button over on Rumble. That way you can stay up to date on whenever I upload and any and all things in general. With all that, thank you guys for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. See you.